Today is another opportunity to make this world great. I intend to bring high energy to everyone around me to bring out all of our best selves for the world. Today, my intention is to give my absolute best in all I do. I intend on using the day to create things for this world and not myself. What's up, guys? I'm Will with TheWillGrant.com. I am grateful for another beautiful day to learn, grow, and create. I am grateful for the people in my life who want to see me succeed. I am grateful for my strengths, my ability to persevere and push through the challenging times to unlock the lesson within the challenge. I'm grateful to be able to create things that bring value to the world and other humans. So check this out. I've been doing my stair workout barefoot for the past couple weeks, and I gotta say, I don't want to ever go back. The idea to start exercising and running barefoot actually came from listening to a podcast or watching it on YouTube from Riddle and a guy named Riddle, who's considered like the natural lifestylist. They were going over so many crazy benefits about just going outside and running barefoot. When we dumb down our feet, as what Riddle calls it, which we do with these 2 inches of rubber under our soles, we actually just lose so much vital information to our brain that helps with our posture, our way we move and use our body, our immune system, and just our ability to connect with our environment and our own body. And the more that we are connected with our body when we are moving, the better we will move and the more we will progress in whatever results that we're looking for. So my coach has me doing this stair workout almost every single week that you might have seen a video on in one of my previous videos, but I thought what a great opportunity to just try doing it barefoot. I'm not gonna lie, I immediately loved it. It was so weird. I usually am walking up the stairs having to stare at my feet to make sure I don't trip or step into the next step and fall over, or just to make sure that I'm putting my foot in the proper place. I'm trying to be extremely careful with the way that I move, so I make sure that I'm getting the most out of every single exercise that I do. So instead of having to stare at my feet to make sure I'm stepping properly, I instantly knew to just keep better posture with my head up, and I could look forward, and I just felt like I knew where my feet were, so I didn't have to stare at them the whole time. And that helped my shoulders get into the correct position down and back, and I could hold my head up nice and tall, my chin back, so I can have my bones constantly stacked while I'm doing those movements. So many of us are actually leaning so far forward when we are walking, running, or doing anything, which is putting so much unneeded pressure on a lot of our joints and ligaments, because it's just bringing an imbalance throughout our whole entire body. We really want to stack our bones straight from the bottom all the way up, and what they were saying in the podcast is actually lead with your heart. So when we are doing these movements, our chest is forward and our chin is back and our shoulders are tucked down and our core is nice and tight. And it was almost amazing because I usually have to consciously think about doing that during all these movements, but when I was barefoot, it felt like it just naturally came to me. Another huge thing that I noticed is I'm very conscious about where I put the weight on my foot when I step. Recovering from all of those big ACL injuries and all those surgeries on my knee, I built up some imbalances where I tend to actually put too much weight on the outside of my foot instead of the balls of my feet and landing flat. But when I was barefoot, it was like my feet just knew what to do. When you have the 2 inches of rubber below your foot, you kind of just step and put the weight on wherever it comes, and the rubber takes all of the impact. But when you're barefoot, your actual foot takes the impact, so it sets properly in the right place just naturally. And I noticed I was able to use much more of my foot and much more of my toes like they're meant to be used. And the third, and probably one of my favorite things that I noticed, is it just feels really good. I believe it feels really good just to connect with your environment. This not only will help your immune system, but our body is all electric, and all those neurons that are in our body tend to rebalance when our feet is just on the bare earth. We come from the earth, so the more that we are able to connect with the earth, the more that our bodies and all of our hormones and chemicals can actually rebalance and reharmonize. So I highly recommend start implementing some barefoot training into your routines. You don't have to run a full-blown marathon barefoot right away. I recommend working up to it. Start by just doing a few exercises like squats, or maybe running around your neighborhood barefoot, or even just walking your dog barefoot. I actually tend to take my dog almost every single morning on a barefoot walk just around my neighborhood to just help myself connect with the environment and just to make sure my posture is aligned for the rest of the day. Alright guys, try that out and let me know how it goes. If you have any questions or anything, just leave it in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Give it a big ol' fat thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to check out my website at www.thewillgrant.com. Oh yeah, and we got some merch from Course of Racewear. So if you like the beanie or the pants or the shirt that I was wearing, I'll leave some links in the description below with 15% off. Peace. Yo, it is not that hard. It's really not that hard to make the world a little bit better of a place and make a difference. See, when you see things that you don't like, instead of just using your energy complaining, do something about it. And with that little small simple act, makes a big difference in the bigger scheme of things.